Hey, welcome to Half the Battle.
Well, we're continuing our look at small vehicles.
And today we're gonna take a look at one of the few non-combat vehicles they had, making it extremely atypical.
Meet the bomb disposal. This vehicle was released in 1985 with all original parts. And it's very, very cute.
Look at the wheel armored fella. Wheel boy, look at him. Sorry.
Okay, so it's a bit small and stocky, but that just adds to the charm for me. In fact, charming is the word I'd use to describe this little fella. It's weird just how much I like this toy, but I do. I never had it as a kid since it was never released here, but finally acquiring one has brought me no end of joy.
Right, time for me to try and be objective.
The vehicle is essentially a mini bulldozer with a working, hoe on the front. This hoe...
Yes, get it out of your systems. We're talking about toys here, so we're all 12 years old at heart anyway.
This hoe can move in two ways, up and down, as you'd expect, but also back and forwards, which really adds a lot to the toy. This movement is hampered by the huge armor plate that protects the driver though. You could of course remove that plate, it comes off quite easily, but that would sort of defeat the purpose of the vehicle. The plate is a very cool looking addition, and a surprising one to me, given how little the Joes usually care about the safety of their drivers. Hello again, Havoc. So yeah, sensible design.
There's just one little flaw.
It's this, thing. At first, I thought it was a slot to put an antenna in, meaning I was missing a piece, but no. This thing is an exhaust pipe. That's right in front of the driver. Sure, there's that armor plate again to deflect any exhaust fumes, but it has a viewport in it. So if the wind is blowing the wrong way, the driver gets a face full of smoke. That's, less than optimal if you're trying to clear away explosives at the time.
There's something else that I found puzzling at first.
This vehicle has a tow hook. I mean, why would it be towing anything as it was clearing bombs? But then I realized this would make sense in certain scenarios. Kids could pretend another vehicle had become stuck and or damaged on a battlefield or in a minefield, and the bomb disposal had to make its way to them, hook them up and clear a path getting them out of trouble. So the tow hook adds some great play value there.
Speaking of added play value, the bomb disposal came with accessories.
There was a big bomb and two mines, so even if you didn't have any other vehicles with missiles or bombs to use, you still had something to use the bomb disposal on. The only slight drawback is that the bomb doesn't have a slot to fit on a peg of another vehicle, meaning it's very much only an accessory to this vehicle. You couldn't peg it to say a Cobra Fang or anything.
Also, as you can imagine, these accessories are very, very easy to lose.
So getting a complete bomb disposal can be tricky. I don't even want to imagine how many bombs and mines are still buried in backyards or sandboxes to this day. I mean, mines are meant to be buried, so of course that was gonna happen.
Lastly, there's our ever-present look at the detailing.
And there's some great molded details in the plastic, like the rivets in the armor and the plating at the back. The controls are lacking that, but that's made up by the very nice stickers, which have instruments and monitors on them. Overall, a good job. And that was the only toy the bomb disposal ever got. It was never remade, though it was available as a mail-order toy several times during the run of the original line.
Overall, I really love this thing.
It has character, and is fairly unique as a G.I.Joe vehicle since it has no offensive capabilities whatsoever. I mean, I guess you could run somebody over with it, but I don't think this thing is built for speed or maneuverability, so I doubt that would work. But yeah, great little vehicle.
So now, let's talk about the character. Yeah, you all know what's coming. There you go.
I couldn't find any evidence online of the bomb disposal showing up in the cartoons or comics, so that leaves us with the box pretty much.
And the first thing to mention is that I have this weird thing, I suppose, regarding its name.
For the longest time, right up until I saw the box in fact, I was convinced the full name of this vehicle was the Bomb Disposal Unit. I don't know how that wormed its way into my brain, but for years that's what I thought. But nowhere on the box does it refer to the thing as a unit.
Weird, huh?
Anyway, on to the box itself. The artwork is excellent, as was usual for the time, though there is one strange thing. The box suggests that the preferred driver for the bomb disposal is Flash, which makes no sense for a couple of reasons. For one thing, this toy is from 1985, and the Flash action figure was discontinued after 1984.
For another thing, Flash has nothing to do with bomb disposal.
His specialty was electronics and field repair, not explosives.
Do you know who were experts according to their file cards and were available in 1985?
Bazooka or Tripwire. Well, Tripwire version 2 anyway, the original was also discontinued in 1985. Both would have been more suitable, and personally, I would have put Tripwire on the box. The back of the box doesn't add anything really, it just says it eliminates mines and bombs.
No, really? I never would have guessed. And that's about all she wrote.
In conclusion, the bomb disposal is a fun, atypical little vehicle that adds a bit to the world building of G.I. Joe by not being a combat unit. It's very, very nice, and if you can find one, I recommend you get it.
Before we go, just a quick announcement. There won't be an episode next week, as I'm taking on another project. Instead, why don't we have a Q&A? So, if you have any questions for me, do put them in the comments below, and next week I'll answer every single one. Well, I'll see you next time, everybody, and hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?
Who put the bomb in the bomb?